I'm going to take a second to talk to you about underdogs.
Eagles fans everywhere, this is for
Yeah.
you.
Fly Eagles flying, you on the team. Touchdown, touchdown. Time to get Jalen this ring. You don't really want to start a thing. This a Bird Gang Nation, baby. It's a Philly thing. Hater, and you looking like you type trash. I'm just here calling on Philly the podcast. And we can call a man dog or watch Miles score off the handoff. Rest of the division, your man Saul Jackson like Sean, hunting like Randolph. Season here, really time to do them in. Your boy Philly Fresco, thanks for tuning in.
What's going on, you guys? It's your boy Joe Castro, aka Philly Fresco, and it is Philly the podcast. So we are going to talk today, man. A lot has happened. Obviously. A lot of not some of the greatest things, right? Some things that, we're not too happy about. Before we get into this, be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe, join the family. We are so close to 3K. But let's just start off with these DNs, man. So there's been 4, if I'm not mistaken. There was 4 guys that went on the COVID list. Let me just pull up the list real quick before I go into it. So I make sure I have the correct ones. My bad, Joe. I'm trying to pull up where it is. I should have brought it up from the beginning. Dang, now I can't find it. Of course, now I can't find it. Y'all let me know in the comments exactly who it is. But I know Tyrone Jackson is out, and there was a couple of other guys out that were out. So we're down to just Josh Sweat as our only defensive end right now. So it's getting a little bit worrisome on the defensive line part. And our defensive ends haven't been that. Derek Barnett, I know, is another guy. I know they're going to start popping in my head as I start talking, so I'll just keep going. But it starts to get worrisome, right? It starts to get worrisome that you're a little bit thin now on the defensive line. You look at this defense, like I said, they haven't been, all world. So when you start losing some pieces, it gets a little bit worrisome. I think they'll be fine, especially these next coming weeks. I don't think we necessarily need them. Yeah, I seen Barnett. There was a couple guys that were out, and I can't remember all the names. But either way, I mean, it gets worrisome. It definitely gets worrisome. Tyrone Jackson, another guy that I've been talking about that I feel like he's played very well, if I'm being honest. Like Tyrone Jackson as well. Tyrone Jackson, Milton Williams has stepped it up. So hopefully these guys are good to go, especially for the playoffs. And look, I'm at the point we're in the playoffs. That's how I feel right now. The path is pretty clear. The path is pretty easy in my opinion. If you look at it, we got Eagles have to beat, obviously, the Washington football team today or next year. They're not playing until next year, but it is what it is. And then the Packers have to win over the Vikings. Panthers got to win over the Saints. And then the 49ers have to beat Houston. So, I think it's a pretty clear path to get there. I think we can do it. I think that it's, even if we just win out, that's an easy way of making it as well. Look, we're in the playoffs. That's how I feel right now. This is going to take a real big fall off. All right, so the other 2 guys weren't that big of a deal, in my opinion. No offense to them, but they're not really starters. So really, the Barnett and Tyrone Jacksons are the only one that really, really affects us, or at least the starting roster, right? But, I mean, hopefully they're good. Nick Sirianni beat the COVID testing or the protocol in like a day and a half, so maybe he comes back and plays. So hopefully that's what happens. But let me give shout outs to everybody that's in here. What's going on, Carlos? What's going on, Bryce? What's going on, Ryan Rowe? Eagle Slayer in the building. Nina says she's listening on a road trip. Shout out to Nina. How y'all doing? How you doing? Be safe. Drive safely. Carlos says, I'm glad Washington fans are shut up now. Yeah, we gonna quiet them down even more. Y'all almost put 60 up on them. Like, Like, that's crazy. That's insane. And we need to go out there and dominate these boys. Like, real talk, because they're not good. They are not good. Hopefully, y'all don't have a breakout. We could. I really do feel like we are starting to understand who we are. We're realizing who we are, and we're, adapting to what we can do well. And that's all we've been asking as Eagles fans. That's all we've been asking all year, is to just be who you are, be what you're good at, and that's the running game. So if we can just stick to the running game, I think sky's the limit for this team. What's going on, Cheesesteak? Yeah, Barnett's out. Let's go start Esme. Oh, God, we got more Cowboys. That's exactly what we needed. We needed more Cowboys fans in here, right? But no, look, I think that if you realistically look at this squad and you look at the path that we have in front of us, I know losing Miles Sanders is going to hurt, but if you have a healthy Jordan Howard, hopefully his injury isn't too, lengthy in recovery time. But if you have a healthy Jordan Howard, I don't really care who's that second guy. I think Boston Scott will fill in just fine. I think you have a running game that's really built off of your offensive line more so than just built off of, good running backs or great running backs. I think it's the scheme. I think it's the runners. I think it's the offensive line. And I think it's the addition of somebody like Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts takes a little bit of pressure and opens up different lanes for you because he's a threat to run. You know what I'm saying? Miles Sanders knows all about that. In Penn State, they had McSorley, who was a runner. So it opens up different lanes. So, I think that if you look at our running game, I think you can put in a good amount of different players and they'll still succeed. Will it be 300 yards a game, 200 yards a game? Maybe not, but I think that you'll still find success in the running game regardless of who the players are right now. So I feel comfortable. Even if Jordan Howard's out this game, I still feel comfortable with Boston Scott and Kenny Gainwell. I think you should bring somebody else up. I think maybe you bring in a Jason Huntley. Maybe you bring in a guy like I know some people are saying AP. I wouldn't be mad at somebody that can just run up the gut and kind of take a couple hits, kind of just beat up the linebackers, beat up the defensive line a little bit, kind of do what Jordan Howard does. Jordan Howard does it, I feel like, at a different level. I think Jordan Howard's a good player. Jordan Howard literally, he'll take a 1 yard gain and turn it into a 5-6 yard gain just because he's got that brute force. So look, I think that we can overcome some of these injuries on the offensive side, but the defensive side gets me a little bit more worried. Real talk. Eagle Slayer says, if the playoffs started today, we play the Cowboys. Is that so? I would love that. Honestly, I was going to say that yesterday on Twitter, and I was thinking about it, and I was like, let me just shut up, because a lot of the Cowboys content creators that we've worked with have been hitting me back up lately. It's about that time. We're probably going to have to get one of these round tables going, but I want that smoke. I want all that smoke. I want to play them. I want to beat them. Shout out to Big Game James. He's one of the content creators for the Cowboys, and he was talking about he wants the best teams in the league, blah, blah, blah. And I want Dallas. Give me Dallas. If we lose, then we lose. But I want to go. If we're gonna go in there, especially in the first round, I would love to go in there and beat up on Dallas, especially 2 weeks in a row. It wouldn't be the first time. It definitely wouldn't be the first time. So I'm excited. I cannot wait. We can't lose Sunday or it's a wrap. Yeah, we can't really lose any of these games. Obviously, like mathematically, there's still ways of it happening, but no, you got to win out. If we win Sunday, though, and all that, needs to happen, I'll go back over it again. So we would need the Packers to beat the Vikings. We need the Panthers to beat the Saints, and we need the 49ers to beat Houston. So that would be I'm not really sure why we need 49ers to beat Houston. But, obviously the Saints already lost to Miami, so that helped us. But, if we win this Sunday and all that happens, we already locked our playoff spot. So we don't really got to worry about it. So we can lose a game, theoretically. But obviously, this is not the game you want to lose. This is really not the game you want to lose. I wish Frank Gore wouldn't have gotten knocked out. Frank Gore would be interesting. I don't know if we really want I don't know. I do think that we need a guy, but I feel kind of bad bringing somebody in literally for like one game. It depends on what's really going on with Miles Sanders. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know it's a business, and I know the dude wouldn't mind getting a paycheck for a couple weeks. But, I tend to think maybe just bring up Huntley. Bring up Huntley and let Boston Scott run in between the tackles. I know he's a smaller guy, the smaller stature, but, you want the boy? I do want the boys. Listen. I really don't care. This season wasn't about the playoffs to me. We've said this before on the show. This playoff was all about learning about what this team is. Right now, we're in plus territory for me. Like I said, 6 to 9 wins. We're right at 8 wins, right? So if we win one more game, we're at the cusp. We're right over where I thought we would be. I said 10-7, like midway through this season, but I want to stick with the first one I said. But at the end of the day, like if we make the playoffs, we already in plus territory. We're playing with house money at this point. Like, we got three first-round picks that don't really look, which we're going to talk about, but we have 3 first-round picks that don't really look like they're going to do much for us. So, at the end of the day, like, go in there and play the team you want to beat up. And the team I want to beat up is the Dallas Cowboys. So, go in there, win or lose, I don't care. I'm going to have fun with it. Because we don't really, we shouldn't be in there. In all seriousness, we shouldn't be in there. If I told you in the beginning of the year, depending on which fan you are, I guess, because some guys were calling out like 11 wins, 12 wins. Some people were saying some crazy stuff. I ain't gonna cap. But, depending on what kind of fan you were beginning this season, if I told you we were going to win possibly 9, 10 games, you'd be like, I'll take it in a heartbeat. So it wasn't pretty, the road to get here, but that's what Washington fans said about what happened. Hey, we've said it before. We were the ones that really coined that we want Dallas thing. You know what I'm saying? I got it in one of my, which we'll bring back. We're bringing back the Dallas week, Dallas Hate Week. My boy did like a song, a new intro for the Dallas Hate Week that we used week 3. We bringing it back. We bringing it back for week 18, and I can't wait because we want Dallas. I don't care. That's our thing. Washington football team, they don't even have a name. So they're just unoriginal. So they're obviously just stealing. They're biting our style. Just like the Cowboys bit our style and had one of their offensive linemen get a touchdown. That's our stuff. You know what I'm saying? He bit our whole swag, like Soulja Boy said. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was our stuff. Shout out to Lane Johnson. What's going on, Rock the Artist? What's going on? What's going on, Ramal? They definitely exceeded my expectations. A playoff berth would mean a lot for this young football team. Exactly. And that's what you got to look at. Like, a lot of people get hung up on the numbers. We look at this guy's been able to do this as far as, this and that. Like, everything's, we micro analyze as we should. You know what I'm saying? As we should, as fans, I think we should micro analyze because this year was about that. But at the same time, if you look at the whole spectrum, this was an interesting year. We definitely developed. This is the first year I can say from the beginning to the end, I've seen an improvement and I've seen changes happen. This same team is the same team that, not same coaching staff, but this is the same team, same organization that had Nate Gary starting a whole season to figure out he didn't play well. To move on from Eric Wilson when they did, to go ahead and give Sean Bradley more time, Davion Taylor more time, TJ Edwards more time. That's smart in my book. That's a W from our coaching staff. Look, Jonathan Gannon's had mixed reviews and fairly, like it's fair to kind of be mixed on him right now, but overall he's done well. And I don't feel like he's had a great team. So, I think this defense is good, but I don't think they're great. And I think that they're playing right about where I think he's getting the most out of them. We'll say that. Maybe he can get a little bit more out of this defensive line, but we'll see what happens. I know I went on a little bit of a rant, but my Super Bowl derailing Cowboys road to one. Hey, I don't even care. That's real talk. And people are going to be like, wow, that's sad. I don't care. This was a transitional year. I know I'm going to get hate for agreeing with you on that, Jamal, but I agree 100%. If we beat the Dallas Cowboys and then join the couch next week, I do not care. That's fine. We did what we were supposed to do. We understood the assignment, right? That's what it is now, right? I could throw that on TikTok. We understood the assignment. We should be 10-5 heading into this game. Losses against 49ers and Giants stink. It's a fact. Imagine that, too. Imagine we won the games we were supposed to win. The 49ers game, the Giants game, there were a couple games, in my opinion, that you look back at and whether it be the offense or the defense or a mixture of the two, we just gave games away. So, but that you look at that next year, right? You become next year now, you look at this team and you say, do you become the team that can win those close games? Are you the team now that overcomes those, early on mistakes, which we did last week? So it's about development. If we can overcome those mistakes that we made this year in those games, looking towards next year, we're a young team, a young coaching staff. We have nothing but looking up, in my opinion. Like, real talk. Like, this season has been rough. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. This season has been tough, for any fan, whether you're a analytical fan or just a fan, whatever. I don't know. I don't really specify fans. We're all fans. But either way, it's been rough. It's been tough to see your team lose some games, like I said, that you shouldn't have lost. But we've won some games we shouldn't have won. We've made some statements, and we've learned some things about this team. I think this is the most confident I've felt in our wide receiving core in a long time. I think a long time. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Tyrone Rogers says Washington don't even got it. Yo, seriously, people keep on telling me, oh, it's still got the no-name jokes. You still have no name. You know, like, it is what it is. Get a name and I'll stop making jokes. Yo, Castro, thoughts on Gannon as a potential for a head coaching job? It surprises me, but at the same time, it doesn't. And I've had these conversations, and you're probably going to think I'm crazy when I say this, but I've had these conversations with a couple different people, like, reporters and just like my boys alike. Like, we've had this conversation. And if that was to happen, I would probably give the job to Nick Rallis. I would probably just see what the heck, excuse my language. I would probably just see what the heck he got. I mean, he's mad young. Like, if, and our linebackers did get better. And we made a decision halfway through the season, which I don't think and now I'm not sitting here saying let's get rid of Jonathan Gannon and be, just push him up. But if that is to happen, I wouldn't be mad if that's what I saw. I'm going to be real. Or maybe even the DB's coach. He hasn't been terrible. Like, I would probably promote from within because we have a lot of young guys on this team as far as coaching staff goes. So I know that sounds kind of weird. But do I think Gannon's realistically going to get a job right now? I don't think so. I think there's a lot of good names out there right now. And not many teams that are really looking for a head coach. What teams are really desperate for a head coach right now? That becomes the question. A lot of guys sound like they're just going to rock with their guy. Shout out to Stock Cold Brew. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get that sponsorship. Carlos said he forgot about Nate Gary. I never did, unfortunately. Johnny Bravo, what's going on? What's going on? We might both be on the couch. Giants bringing Joe Judge back. Yeah, they're wilding. Rent is due. We are in control of our own destiny now. And that's crazy to say, Ramon. That's crazy to say. If I told you that after week 6, people would be calling us crazy. But, shout out to a lot of Eagles fans and a lot of Eagles content creators alike. Look, we saw what could happen. I think that a lot of Eagles fans saw what could happen and what could be of this team, especially with the schedule that we had moving forward. So, hey, shout out to them. I gotta find. I hate this mic. I love this mic, but I hate this mic because it has like a little button right there. So I always feel like I hit the mute button. But no, I gotta go back and rewatch my season prediction, and see like what games, because I don't think I'm too far off. But shout out to everybody in here, man. We're at about 20 minutes. Be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe. We are so close to 3K, guys. And when you guys hit that like button, when you subscribe, when you hit that notification bell, it just helps push the channel. Really helps me out. So I really appreciate it. Shout out to everybody that is on Newsbreak app as well and has joined the family over there. We just passed 2,000 followers over there on Newsbreak. So shout out to all you guys. You guys are amazing. I appreciate all the support. Eagles has landed, says, I just finished debating an Eagles fan, Hurts fan, who said Hurts has done more than Joe Burrow and Hurts is a better QB moving forward. I just can't with some of these fans. I just don't like the comparisons. Oh, dang. My light went out, y'all. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I'm going to be right back. My light went out. All right, we back. My bad. I need y'all to see me when I'm talking junk about the Cowboys. I need y'all to see me, but I lost where we are. My bad, y'all. Appreciate y'all. But we won the Carolina game. I was talking about the Burrow and Hurts. Yeah, I just don't like when people make comparisons. It just doesn't make sense. It's unfair to the player, in my opinion. You know, you go back to like the Milton Williams, John, like when they were saying he's Aaron Donald Jr. Like it's just unfair to the player. Don't do that. Just let him become whoever he's gonna become, and we'll see what happens. But Jalen Hurts has done what Jalen Hurts has, and when you look at what Jalen Hurts' body of work is, you can make a decision from there. I think he deserves one more year. I'll say that. But we won that Carolina game, one game we should have lost to even out. Yeah, kind of. I mean, I would say more so the Saints game was one I wouldn't have been surprised if we lost. What's going on, Yigo? I wonder who's going to the Giants. That'll be interesting. I'm hearing the old boy from the Browns, John Dorsey. I'm hearing. We'll see what happens. What's going on, Nigel? We just talking. Whatever you want to talk about, we'll talk about it. What's going on, Drew? He says, up, Castro. Excited on where we are right now. As we should be. Like I said, right now we're in plus territory. We are in plus territory. If I told you we are in position to go ahead and secure a playoff spot at this point in the season, I think we would all be cool with that. I think it would be some fans that would say, nah, we're going to be way better, but I think people would be cool with this. This would be a nice little platform, right? I think this is better than Carson Wentz's rookie year. Would you say? Does this feel better than Carson Wentz's rookie? And I don't know. A good offseason, we might be right back in good position next year. If Gannon left, I'd try to get a DC from Miami. Their defense is aggressive and attacks. I agree. That's a good point. Bro, these last two games are going to be exciting just because the playoff potential. Yeah, I mean, look, this last game was exciting because this was all these are win or go home type vibes. You know what I'm saying? Either you go out there and you win or you have the possibility of not playing the next week. So we got to go out there and play our hearts out. Giants are Jacksonville type of bad, but I don't know how we lost to them the first time. That was a fluke. Yeah, Washington wooden tooth. That's a funny one. About to go get COVID tested. I hope. I'm praying for you, bro. I hope you don't got it, man. Burrow might be CP. What the hell is CPOTY? What is CPOTY? Yo, Castro. Did we lose two of our top running backs again? Plus our yeah. So it looks like Miles Sanders is going to be out at least this week. I mean, positive of it is that he didn't go on the injured reserve, so that's a good thing, right? But he is out for at least 1 week, and it is one broken bone in his hand. And then the defensive ends, we lost Tyrone Jackson and Derek Barnett, so that's tough. Just let the players be themselves. Yeah, you gotta be. Yo, Castro, we are rebuilding, but we are over 500 already. Exactly. That's why you should feel good. That's why you should feel confident in the direction of this team. Even if you don't feel confident in the exact players we have, or even certain coaches, I think you have to be excited about where the direction is going. And you look at some of these recent drafts, they're looking to start paying out a little bit. Like, it's looking like you got some good hits. So, I mean, I'm excited. I'm definitely excited. Assuming Howie doesn't screw anything up. Who you like more out of the three backup running backs in order? I mean, if I'm the coach and I'm starting somebody, I'm starting Boston Scott just because he's got the experience. He's my vet. But I don't mind Kenny Gainwell and I don't mind Jason Huntley. I think that's all we have. I don't really know who else we have, if I'm being honest. I think that might be it. But it'll be interesting to see if they pick somebody up. Maybe an old name to Philadelphia they pick up. I don't know. Comeback player of the year. Oh, okay. Maybe. I mean, he was a rookie and he got hurt. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. It should be Jake Elliott. Shoot, Jake Elliott. I don't know what happened last year. This year, he's way better. Yeah, my older brother came home from Christmas, but he tested positive to make sure no one else has it. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's like coming right back. How about Holyfield? Is Holyfield still even on the squad? I don't think Holyfield's still on the team. I would love to bring Elijah Holyfield back on the squad for a day or two. Let me see Holyfield. He plays for the Cincinnati Bengals now. Or no, it says he's with the who does he play with? Yeah, he's with the Bengals now. Let's see if there's any free agent running backs. Why not? We on here anyways. We might as well, right? Let me see who we got out here. Barnett is on the COVID list. Bring Josh Adams back. Where is Josh Adams? I'm sorry I'm late. No DNs. What happened? What's going on Unspoken Word? Yeah, so Tyrone Jackson and Derek Barnett are both on the COVID list. Shouldn't have let Clement go. Yeah, facts. Yo, Castro, should Sanders get an extension? That is a tough question to answer. That is a very, very tough question to answer. Just because he's a talented player, but your best ability is your availability, man. And he just has not been available. So I don't know if I was to extend him, it would be for the cheap. It would be like a 1-2 year deal for something low. And I'm still probably, drafting a running back or two in the later rounds and see if somebody sticks. I don't think this is the running back, the free agents right now. Somebody send me a link of all the free agents. If y'all in the Discord, send me a link because I want to see. Because I feel like I'm getting a list of guys that are gonna be free agents. Todd Gurley, I wouldn't mind Todd Gurley for a week or two. I think Josh Adams is still with the Jets. Todd Gurley would be an interesting one. Now, especially it depends. It really depends on how long. Because if this is 1 week, like I said, if this is 1 week, I'm not stretching to go get a running back. I think you can win this game without getting another running back. But Adams is on the Saints. So, see, we could save him. Maybe that's why we keep beating him. Maybe that's why. He's looking out for us. He's our intel. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like if it's longer than a couple weeks, if you're looking at somebody you need for the playoffs as well, if Miles Sanders is to miss the first week or something like that of the playoffs, then yeah, I think I would like Todd Gurley. I wouldn't be mad at that. I can't see anything wrong with that, to be honest, especially on a short contract. It's, just finish out the year for us. Help us finish out the year. That would be interesting. Who else is out there, though? There's got to be some names out there. Kerryon Johnson. Didn't Kerryon Johnson get signed, though? I saw rumors of him, working out with teams, but did he get signed? I feel like he got signed. You really don't need a top-tier running back. Yeah, we really don't. Will his knees hold up is the bigger question. That's the thing with Miles Sanders, he's always hurt, man. You're talking about Todd Gurley. Todd Gurley, we only need you for a couple weeks, dog. That's what I'm saying. If it's for a couple weeks, then I'm all right. What's going on, Kenzo? What's going on? I appreciate that. Yes, sir. Be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe. You know what I'm saying? We 30 minutes in. He's a free agent. Who's a free agent? I need somebody to say. I'm gonna drop the Discord link. I just re-downloaded my Discord. So if y'all want to join, you know what I'm saying, come talk to your boy. I'm gonna drop it in the chat right quick. Alfred Morris. Alfred Morris would be an interesting one. Alfred Morris would actually be an interesting one. Bo Scarborough. Has he really done anything in the league? How old is Alfred Morris? Alfred Morris gets beat up a lot too. But that's what I'm saying. It's only for a couple weeks. But if it's only this week, even though Miles Sanders, his tweet that he put out the other day kind of made me feel like it's going to be long. It kind of made me feel like it might even be the end of his season. But I hope not. I hope not. Gurley had the shortest prime of his career. Yeah, it came and went. It was, realistically, you can say that about the Rams just in general. We'll see what they do this year with the playoffs. But, man, I really thought that Sean McVay was about to get these boys a couple rings. Like, they had a disgusting offense, and they just kept on adding, and nothing happened. I don't know. It's weird. We'll see what happens this year, though. Hey, Castro, which position should we get in the draft and in which round? Look, I'll keep it to the first. Let's talk about these first. Morris is 33. We only need him for a couple weeks, man. And we only need him in conjunction with whoever else our running backs are going to be. If it's like a Jordan Howard, go get you somebody that can, be a little bit shifty, or I don't know, just to have that extra body at this point. Just to have that extra body. We don't need him to be no top tier guy. But Ramal, honestly, I'm going to shift that question a little bit, and I'm going to talk about these first-round picks because I want to know what y'all want to do. Because we have 3 first-round picks, obviously. Lamar Miller, that's an interesting name. James Starks, that's a very interesting name. He was doing pretty good for a little while. We definitely need a running back. Can't rely on Hurts' arm. I agree with that. But let's talk about these these 3 first-round picks, man. Look, 7 weeks ago now, we were looking at top 10 picks. We were looking at 3 different top 10 picks. Obviously things have changed. Things have changed a lot. So a lot of these, I think right now it's like 19, 20 something and like 220s, 19 and 220. So it ain't looking like we're going to have that high of a draft pick. What would you do with it? What would you do with them? I said on like a post, I was talking to some people and I said, honestly, I would just trade one of them with like maybe a Brandon Brooks and some, late picks and try and get in that top 10 and try and get you a baller. Like, that's probably what I would do. Or just make the picks. You know what I'm saying? Middle linebacker first and the rest, I don't care. Yeah, get a middle. I need a defensive end. I need a middle linebacker. I need a secondary player. But other than that, I mean, if you can fill those holes with this draft, I'm cool. Like, if you want to go ahead and get yourself a running back, if you want to go ahead and get yourself a wide receiver, a project quarterback, go ahead. I don't care. But fill those holes. Make this defense good. Make this defense set for a couple years. This is the draft to do it. We have the assets. So definitely all defense with the 3 picks. Devin Lloyd. Keep hearing his name. Definitely a D. And Anderson from Alabama. I guess depends on who's available at y'all needs. Yeah, it comes down to that, right? Like I said, we're so late in the draft now in the first round, but we still have 3 picks. So I feel like there'll be somebody there. I feel like there'll be somebody there, but I also feel like, knowing Howie Roseman, he's going to try and move up. He's no, stranger to trading his picks, so I don't see us standing where we are. Project quarterback. That we're going to do it, so, like, we just have to, mentally prepare ourselves to hear, like, in the 4th or 5th or maybe 6th round, like, Eagles select quarterback from blah, blah, blah. I wouldn't be surprised if they picked one in the first. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm really not going to lie to you. If somebody they really like slides, like, late into the drive, would not be surprised because we just do dumb stuff. But how we won't draft a linebacker in early rounds, you know it. I know it. Maybe not. At some point, you stop hitting your head against the brick wall. I truly believe that. And I feel like they've done that on certain other aspects of this team. So I feel like they'll do that when it comes to the linebacker. You have to, at some point, stop cutting your nose to spite your face. The philosophy hasn't worked. So it's time to go get you a linebacker, man. It's time to go get you a linebacker. I would love to have a playmaker at linebacker. I would love to have a playmaker in that secondary. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, Daz? Booths Jr. with Slay. There's a couple cornerbacks I would love to see out there. Real talk. What do y'all think about Steve Nelson? Would y'all re-sign Steve Nelson? Because I would. If he comes back cheap, let's do it. What's going on, BLSG? What's going on? Those high draft picks target defensive talent. Yeah. I agree. I mean, look, the defense is where we need to fix. The defense is definitely what we need to fix. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Gardner, a playmaker. We need more playmakers on defense. I agree. I heard there's a pretty good corner from Cincinnati. Hutchinson looking like Bosa to go with Slade. Look, I really think that all right, in a perfect world, my first 3 picks would all hit, and they would be defensive end, linebacker, then either a safety. I know there's a lot of good safeties out there right now, or a cornerback. Those would be my 3 top picks. You know what I'm saying? Somebody in the secondary is probably the least of my worries on that defense right now, but it goes defensive end, linebacker, and then secondary. If we can get if we can get those 3 positions figured out in this year's draft, I'm very excited about this team. I really am. And I think offseason wise, you look at maybe a veteran wide receiver to go ahead and give a little bit of competition against Jalen Reagor or Quez Watkins. I think Quez Watkins kind of solidified to me that he deserves to be out on that field. Pull up film on Booth Jr. I'm gonna start doing my breakdowns pretty soon. I was trying to hold out and see if we ended up losing and getting eliminated, but it doesn't look like we're gonna. And the draft picture is a little bit clearer. So I'm gonna start doing my breakdowns pretty soon of players. Do y'all rather have film or do y'all rather have like the just talking? Because I don't know, it was weird. Last year, my film ones didn't do as well as the ones that I did that were just like talking about the players. So y'all let me know. I'll do like a community post and figure out what y'all want the most. But yeah, man, I don't know. I really do feel like this team is just a couple pieces away. Hopefully those boos woke up Reagor, but as of now, Quez is the no-brainer wide receiver too, definitely. And I think Quez needs to get more involved in this game, this offense. To be honest, like I think Quez is a weapon we have yet to unleash. Are you going live for Sunday's game? Possibly. I really, my days become, man, I've been doing so, but in this new year, we have a lot of good things coming up for like the channel and for just me personally. So it's going to be worth it. But this past month, man, has just been insane for me. I'm going to try. I'll tell you that much. I am definitely going to try. We need 2 starting safeties. I'm cool with Apslo as our 3rd safety. I like Rodney McLeod. I know he's only here for like maybe 1 more year after this. I could agree with that. Maybe we bring back Anthony Harris, even though he hasn't been that great. I can't disagree. Agree. We need that Dawkins Waters safety. It's a staple here in Philly. Yeah, we need a hard hitter. Mark Epps is fun to watch. I'll say that, but he is scrappy. He's scrappy. You know what I'm saying? I definitely would tune in if you go live for Sunday. I appreciate that. I'm going to try, bro. I'm going to really try. Like, I really just don't be having time, bro. It sucks. It really does suck. But I'm going to try. I'm definitely going to try. We're going to figure this out. But once the new year starts, I'm moving in. Me and my girl are like renting a house and stuff, and we're building a studio. So we're building the studio now. But either way, I'll have way more time. I'll have my studio set up because right now I have to like set everything up, every time I want to record and stuff. So it's a little bit mishmashy at times, but we're gonna get this season right. You know what I mean? Especially if we go into the playoffs. I definitely plan on streaming the playoff game because if we go to the playoffs, it ain't gonna just be one game. You heard me? We need a Jamal Adams type, Brisker and Jordan Catalan. I like McLeod as well, but we need that hitter. Should have never let Jenkins go. I agree. Jenkins should have stayed here for a little while. You didn't do too bad for the Saints and Chargers game. I appreciate it. Yeah, we learning, we growing. You know what I'm saying? We just hit a year and a half for the channel, so you know what I'm saying. We still infants in this. We still infants. What's going on, Ref Taco? Dad says we had Jenkins and he's still balling. He's doing all right. He was getting roasted by us, though. I rock with Malcolm Jenkins, but I'm not going to sit here and cry over that spilled milk. You know what I'm saying? I can't. I'm sorry. Maybe that's mean, but I'm not too upset. I do think that we probably should have kept them for 1 more year because I don't think we had a solid backup. But if Anthony Harris would have played how we thought Anthony Harris would have played, then we would have been decent. Maybe next season more play-by-play streams. That's the plan. That's definitely the plan. What's going on, Philly Ace? TJS says, can we get a sure hands receiver too? I would say go find yourself a vet. If you can find yourself a veteran wide receiver number 3, just to push Jalen Reagor. If Jalen Reagor can beat him, awesome. If he can't, then whatever. We move on. It is what it is. But yeah, I think that's something to do. I think that the top 2 wide receivers I'm very excited about. I think, obviously Devontae Smith goes without explanation why I'm excited about him. But you look at Quez Watkins, and I think, like I said earlier, he deserves more involvement in this offense. I think every time that you see him make a play, it's him making a play. It's not, just some off-brand, fumble for a touchdown. But I like it. A Cooper Kupp type. I think everybody wants a Cooper Kupp type. If we get Chris Godwin, whew. If we get Chris Godwin, I might cry. I'm going to be honest with you. What's the verdict on Stevens from LSU? Jacoby. Shout out to Jacoby. That's my guy. We had him on the channel. Look, I mean, I think it's just a red shirt year for some of these guys. Some of these guys just aren't getting on the field. You look at Zach McPherson. He's barely been able to get on the field, which is honestly a good thing. Let these guys have a rookie season. So, we'll see what happens. I think that Jacoby's learning a new position, because I know he was working, when I did talk to him, he was working a lot with Nick Rollis, and he was working a lot with the linebacking group. So, I feel like he's learning a new position, and might take a little while, but I think he has we might see, and I'm saying might, but we might see a Davion Taylor type jump next year. Like, his production goes up because his involvement goes up because he learned his position. So that's my verdict. Obviously, it's a little bit of a homer answer because he's a friend of the show, but hopefully he does his thing next year. I think he will. How about Jahan Dotson? I'll cry. I will cry. If you get anybody from Penn State, I cry. That's just how it works with me. You know what I'm saying? When the Eagles draft anybody from Penn State, I cry. That's the MO that I've gone by. How y'all feel about signing Gallup? He's an upcoming free agent and shouldn't cost much. It'll be interesting to see what Gallup costs. I think that he would cost a nice little pretty penny, because I don't think if he didn't cost that much, I don't think Dallas would let him go. I think he's looking for maybe not wide receiver one, but he's looking close to that money. Like he probably deserves it. He's played well. He's been very consistent. That would be interesting. That would be very interesting. But if I'm going to pay somebody 10 plus, which he might be going for in this offseason, which I'm assuming he'd be probably going for, I'd be going after people like Devontae Adams. Go ahead and give up a draft pick for that. If that's what you want to do, go ahead. Go ahead and get you a superstar. If you know what I'm saying? This is an offseason that you can go all in and still have stuff. I mean, I know all in means you give everything up, but you can still kind of have that all in mentality and still set yourself up for the future. So, I mean, look, go do whatever you feel is going to be best for this team in the long term. Don't get no old players. Get guys that can grow with this team. Goodwin might not be the same after that injury. What injury was it? Was it ACL? If no Howard next year, how about Kenneth Walker or Brian Robinson? I don't see why you wouldn't bring Jordan Howard back. We'll see what happens. I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad at whoever is coming in here as a running back, because like I said before, I really do feel like the production will be a little bit different, but I feel like the result will be the same. You'll have a good running game with this offensive line, this scheme. So, especially if Jalen Hurts is your quarterback, that just only adds to it, right? That only adds to it. But we're at 45 minutes. Be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe. Let's get to 30 likes. I think we got 33 people in the YouTube side, so let's get 30 likes on here. I appreciate that. FFN Brad says free agency next year going to be a movie. In fact, that's a big fact. Honestly, I know this is off topic, but I'm looking forward to the trade deadline for NBA. That's what I want to see. I want to see that pop off. Update on Miles and Howard, anyone? As far as I know right now, Miles has a broken bone in his hand. He's going to be out for at least this week. No IR. So the hope is that they get him back sometime this year, prior to the playoffs, or at the very least for the playoffs. And then Jordan Howard has a stinger. And honestly, that could mean a whole plethora of things. Jordan Howard having a stinger could be a one-game thing. It could be he'll be back next week or this week, or it could be he'll be back in 3 years. I don't know what a stinger is for Jordan Howard anymore. So we'll see what happens with that. But they're saying it's a stinger, so hopefully he'll be good for either this week or next. Eagles need to get in the playoffs to make a run for it, and it's time to put in that underdog mask. Facts. Time to put on that underdog mask, and I love it. I love being the underdog. I think we all do. I think we all love being an underdog. Todd Gurley signing. That would be interesting. TJ said, do you know what the trade-off was for Fletch? They said it was a huge offer from the Steelers. From what I heard, the highest that we were offered was like a 3rd or 4th round pick for him. So that was what I was told. But, you know, who really knows, right? There's rumors that Gardner Minshew went into the office and was asking to be a starter. Like, I don't understand some of this stuff. Like, how do y'all know this? How do y'all know this? Do y'all be like bugging the coach's room? Like, is Gardner Minshew going to the press and being like, I asked for a job and he said no? Like, how y'all be knowing this? Some of the stuff that they say is just like, okay, all right, bro. Yeah, we're sure that your inside sources know all that. Don't understand NFL Stingers coaches called us and told us to get our butts back in the game in high school. Facts, though. That's what I'm saying. I thought Stingers were like, I know there's levels to it. You know what I'm saying? I know there's levels to that, but yeesh. I mean, his last Stinger lasted like, what, 2 years? Gainwell and Scott will be okay. They're smaller in stature, but both running out. Yeah, I feel confident, and I said this earlier. I don't know if I said it on the show or I said it to some of my friends, but I'm confident in Boston Scott and Kenneth Gainwell. The real question is Nick Sirianni. Will he change his game plan because he doesn't have his top 2 running backs? I don't think he should. I don't think he has to. So, you know, we'll see what happens. We'll see. Well, per reports, they're separating the quarterbacks right now. So the Eagles are removing the quarterbacks from like the rest of the team to protect them from this COVID spread. That's smart. I like that. That's smart. Be proactive. You know what I'm saying? And it's no coincidence that we getting all these positive testing after we went against Washington. Don't think I forgot, y'all. Don't think I forgot. Michael Clay's talking now, the Eagles coordinator. I don't really care about that. I ain't gonna lie. What's going on, Marijuana? What was we offered for Cox? The highest I heard was, I think, a 3rd or a 4th. I want to say it was a 4th, but I could be saying 3rd. I mean, I could be wrong and it could have been a 3rd, but I'm almost positive that they told me it was a 4th. That'd be Philly media, bro. They'd be doing the most. Yeah, it's like, how do you know that? How do you know that? Cowboys fans talk. Oh, I didn't even talk junk about the Cowboys yet. Y'all are trash. I can't wait. I was talking junk about y'all earlier, actually, so you late. But shout out to my guy, Rome, man. Shout out to Rome. That's my guy, man. One of the good ones. KG and Scott fumble too much. We need another running back. Scott had 1 fumble his entire career. Bring Huntley up and let him be the big back. I wouldn't mind bringing Huntley back up. Shout out to Jason Huntley. We had Jason Huntley on the show. I would love to have him back on the, you know what I'm saying, back on the show and back on the squad, because that boy got speed. Even just as a punt returner and a kick returner. Like, take Jalen Reagor out of there, man. When was the last time Gainwell fumbled? Facts, though. Who you thinking about on week 16? 1 fumble loss, but fumbles in general. Gainwell fumbled this last game, just got recovered. Gainwell fumbled? Did he? When did he fumble? Am I tweaking? I don't remember Gainwell fumbling this last game. The Dallas Cowboys better make sure they don't run into us in the first round playoffs, because the Eagles need to knock them in the playoffs. Hey, let's get it. That's how I'm feeling. We are trash. You don't believe the ish. You see how we giving it up. Nah, I believe it. Y'all trash, man. Y'all come to, I'm telling you, bro, I really, really pray. I hope y'all, you can clip this. Show this to all your friends, all your little Cowboy fans that watch your dumb show. Not dumb. Your show ain't dumb, man. I'm hating now. I'm just getting upset. But to all your fans, we want Dallas, bro. We want Dallas. I pray that we play y'all in the first round. On God. I can't wait. I cannot wait. If we play y'all in the first round, it is nothing but pure smoke. I already lost my bet to J Tuck. Now I got to wear some Cowboys fan only shirt for a couple shows, I think, or something like that. But I don't care. I want all the smoke when it comes to playoff time. But Rome, you my guy. We gonna talk soon though, Rome. We're going to talk soon. Me, you, and Tuck going to definitely talk soon. I might have to get some other content creators, maybe do another roundtable, but we're going to definitely talk soon, brother. The Dallas Cowboys, I read that. Cowboys fans worried about us because they scared they're going to see us in the playoffs. They don't want it. They don't want it. Opening kickoff, he fumbled. You're right. I forgot about that. I tried to block that out of my mind. I don't know why I thought that was Rager. You're right. Tell me why we trash. Because y'all the Cowboys. Nah, real talk, no, y'all good. I ain't going to sit here and lie to you. I ain't going to cap for clout. I mean, y'all good. Your team's good, but I really don't care. I still want y'all. I still want to beat y'all. I mean, I think Dak is stoppable, man. And I definitely, your red zone efficiency, I think, is like worst in the league, one of the worst in the league. So I trust my defense now. I think it's a big difference from when you guys saw us in week 3. A big difference, especially on the offensive side. So I'm ready. I don't care. You ain't dropping no 56 on us. I can guarantee you that. Not last game earlier in the season, but it was recovered. Y'all got to watch the games. I watched the game. I thought it was Rager that fumbled. Keep it a stack. Hurts and Gainwell fumbled, but we recovered it. Oh, on the kick return. So how often does that happen? Cowboys fan talk. Y'all going to bench your team second half and rest up because y'all got to see us. What happened last time? Two times. Bro, don't worry. I ain't worried about that. It's 2 different teams. It's a different team right now. We had Eric Wilson back when we played last time. We ain't got Eric Wilson no more. We locking y'all up. Darius Slay gonna show you who's the actual best cornerback in the NFC East. You know what I'm saying? We gonna show you what it is. We gonna do. Don't worry. Just hope that you guys play the Eagles first round of the playoffs. I'm not talking about week 17. Because be honest, week 18. Week 18, we both might not be playing our starters. If we're being 100% honest. Like, if everything goes right and we make the playoffs this week, I wouldn't be surprised to see us sit a couple guys because we are kind of banged up. Not making excuses, but it just is what it is. So I wouldn't be surprised. But if we meet you on the first round, it's smoke. It's smoke on smoke on smoke. I'm talking all that junk. And it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. 2 fumbles between the two. I don't see that fumbles much. Rome, deep down, you don't want to see us. They don't. Bro, we have owned the Cowboys the past 20 years, and now they want to talk. They're having a good year. I'm proud of them. I'm happy for them. I am happy for them. It's about time that they become a little bit relevant for a little while, right? What makes us hate the Cowboys the most? The overhyped team or the unrealistic fans. I think it's a nice little mixture of the two, right? I think it's a nice little combination of both. Dank, come on, Brody. Every time a running back on our team carries the rock, we hold our breath. Y'all really not that good, though. 8 games against really bad teams, including us. Who has Dallas beat anyone? Have you seen our defense, though? We dropped 41 on y'all. That was week 4, week 3. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was... I ain't worried about that, Rome. I'm not worried about that, Rome. And we a different team. Again, have you seen our... Your defense is good. I said this earlier. Look, I ain't taking away who your team has become. I'm proud of y'all. That it is very... very inspiring to see you guys finally have a good defense. I'm so proud of you. But we gonna expose you. I promise you. If we play you week 1, clip this, record this. You know what I'm saying? Put it on the Jumbotron at the next Eagles game. We are going to expose the Cowboys if we meet them in week 1. I promise you that. I don't care. Maybe I drank too much coffee today. I'm a little bit too hype. I don't care. We exposing y'all. We gonna expose y'all. I think Slay fumbled that intercept. Yo, I really do feel like it was a fumble, not a drop. Because he held that ball for a good 5 seconds. My man's literally held the ball and then was like, oops, and just dropped it. Like, bro, what happened? I think that Anthony Harris accidentally slapped it. That's what I really think happened. I have to rewatch it. I'm waiting for the all 22 to drop. But I think that Anthony Harris slapped it. Because, Darius Slay was at Anthony Harris, he was all tight. We ran the ball 3 times against you, not happening again. Exactly. Joe, I do feel confident in the Eagles getting the playoffs because the Cowboys should be scared of us, and I hope we run the football down their throat. Facts. Talk to him. We ran 3 times. Exactly. Joe, tell your fans I've been the same since we met you. And you know damn well I'm not afraid of y'all. Laugh my ass off. Just remember when we have what we have, don't you hurt. He don't want to see Parsons. Bro, no, I will say, like I said before, all jokes aside, you like a brother to me, bro. You my homie. Cowboys fan talk. I'm talking my junk. Mr. Rome, that's my guy right there. If you want to go watch Cowboys content, I definitely suggest him. I definitely suggest Big Game James. I definitely suggest Jay Tuck and Cowboys Fans Only. There's a bevy of good content creators out of Cowboys land, but they're all delusional. They're all delusional. They're my homies, and I you know what I'm saying? But yeah, they're all delusional. They sip a little bit too much of the sauce at these meetings, at these group meetings, at these barbecues. Have a little bit too much jungle juice, and it lasts throughout the season. But it's cool. It's cool. We gonna see what happens. I feel very confident in my team because I feel like you guys can't stop our running game. That's where I'm at right now. We're gonna expose your linebackers. The only one I'm afraid of is Micah Parsons. That's the only one, and we'll take care of him. I ain't worried. Diggs getting lucky this year, just having an Anthony type hair. Anthony, I mean, look, I feel like Trayvon Diggs is a opportunity. Look, Trayvon Diggs is a ball hawk. You know what I'm saying? The ball's getting to him. He's catching them. It takes skill to do what he's doing. Don't get me wrong. He's not a bad cornerback. But to be real, like Trayvon Diggs is he's a product of his targets. Like I said, I do think he's a very good cornerback. Don't get me wrong, and I'm not taking that away from him. But if you look at the other side of this coin, I mean, he's given up a lot of yards. Like, he's given up a lot of yards. He's been targeted a lot because he's a boomer bust guy. You know what I'm saying? But he's been able to boom a lot more. So, Hurts throw for throw with Dak. Heard you. Let's do that. I wouldn't say that. You know, I wouldn't say that. Yeah. But we gonna run the ball. That's what I'm saying. But that's our you know what I'm saying? That's our strength. Appreciate you. I've been asking for a round table all year. I keep getting declined. We got to do it. We're going to do it. I'm going to reach out to some people. Maybe we'll get LB in here. I don't know. I'm going to reach out to some of the homies. See who wanted to. Joey, maybe Philly 500 want to do it. I don't know. We'll talk to some of the homies. We'll see who we can get in here, man. Cal says we don't want to watch no Cowboys content. Not even a little bit. Hey, but you know, those are my homies, so I have to plug it in. No, I do it for you guys so I can make sure that, you know what I'm saying, I'm informed on what's going on over there. And they worried. Don't let them lie to you. They worried. Parsons should have been in Philly, but we couldn't pass on the GOAT Devontae. I was saying, and Rome can attest to this, I was saying from Jump Street that I wanted Micah Parsons. I was one of the first, and I'm not going to say I'm the first, and I'm not going to say I started it, or I was the only one. I'm sure there was others, but I was one of the first people in my circle doing this mock draft, doing the everything, right? I literally talked to a reporter or a content creator from every single team, and none of them were as high on Micah Parsons as I was coming into this year. And I knew Micah Parsons was going to be this guy, and I hate to say this right now, but he is what I said he would be the best rookie. The boy's a beast. But it is what it is. Now I'm done being nice to him. Screw him. I must be the only one that doesn't want any smoke with Dallas in the first one week. You are, La. Now what's going on, La? I don't even care at this point. I'm like on God. I really don't care at this point. We're in plus territory. I don't really care about going against a team that's an easy matchup. I want to go against Dallas, and I want to ruin their party. You're supposed to be here. We're not. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to ruin your party. Like, that's how I'm feeling right now. Did they see him playing Penn State? LOL, he's legit. That's what I'm saying. I've always been a Parsons fan. Worried? I'm never worried. I can see I never see my content. Yeah, nah, he's one of the most unbothered dudes in the world. I ain't gonna cap. My man don't care about nothing, but it's funny. In the end, regardless of what we think about Jalen, it's about the front office thinks about him. That's a fact. That's a big fact. My bad. You know what I'm saying? My sister texted me. I gotta be a good brother, y'all. Gotta be a good brother. Now he hates the Cowboys. They paid him to say that. He was a diehard Eagles fan. That's a fact. He gotta be. No, I know he said earlier on that he wanted to stay in blue. That hurt my heart. I'm not gonna lie. For him to want to be a Cowboy, that hurt my heart. Why are you in Pennsylvania then? Game on the line. Do I trust Hurts making that throw? Be honest. It depends on what throw. It depends on what throw. Do I trust him to like bomb it down the field 60 yards? No. No, I'll be honest. No, I not yet. Not yet. I don't think that in general he can win a game with his arm yet. I don't believe that. And I'm not going to sit here and lie just to, you know what I'm saying, just to argue with you. I don't believe that yet. You know, and I've said before, we said this before the season even started, the Dallas Cowboys have the quarterback of the NFC East. You know, and slowly, if he can get back on track, he'll again be looked at as one of the quarterbacks of the NFL. He's a great player. Jalen Hurts has a different skill set right now. You know, can he develop? Yeah, but right now he has a different skill set. He could have been on the Colts, Harrisburg, PA, but a Cowboys fan. Parsons crazy. That's what I'm saying. How? How does that happen? I don't trust Dak either, though. You know, I will say this much. I think it's funny that, you know, Dallas Cowboys are like beating their chest over spanking the Washington football team. The Washington football team are absolute garbage. Absolute garbage. Like, I mean, we beat them up. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is like they're not that great. He's gonna be worried when we run all over him. Exactly. I don't think there's many teams in the NFL right now that can stop our running game. I said this before on another show that I don't think there's outside of ourselves. I don't think there's many teams that can beat us right now. If we stick to the script, if we stick to what's been working, running the ball, you know, playing good defense, running the ball, not worrying about, you know, Jalen Hurts making huge plays, giving him simple options when he does throw the ball. If we can stick to that script and not turn the ball over, it's going to be hard for teams to play us. Like, we're going to demand time, right? We're going to demand the time of possession. We're going to command it, and we're going to be able to run the clock out, and we're going to be able to control the tempo. So I don't think many teams beat us like that. Like a Dallas Cowboys, very explosive, but when they start, you know, picking and going down the field, their numbers go down the closer they get. And then once they get in the red zone, they're not a good team in the red zone. They're not a good team. So, I mean, there's ways of beating this team, and I think they all coincide with what we can do. We're going to make you pick your way down the field. We're not going to give you anything over the top, theoretically. That's what we're going to want to do. We're going to want you to beat us down the field without making a mistake for 5 to 8 plays. That's what we want to do. Howie's analysis is crap. We could have built on Parsons, and he didn't see that. I agree. I mean, look, I'm not mad at Devontae Smith. I'm not mad at having Devontae Smith. You know what I'm saying? And a first-round pick. Do I think that adds up to what Micah Parsons is? Nobody stopping y'all how the Giants beat y'all then because the run game was there. No, like I said, we beat ourselves. Making all those turnovers, Jalen Hurts giving all those turnovers over. There was 4 turnovers in that game. We had about 10 different opportunities to win that game. So that's what I'm saying. Outside of us beating ourselves, I don't see how a lot of teams can beat us because we are going to have the ball. If we run the ball down your throat, we're going to have the ball. Like, you look at the time of possession in a lot of these games, and now they're starting to favor us because we run the ball so much. We're averaging like almost 38, 40 runs a game. Like, it's going to be hard for teams to play against that. It's just hard. Even if you have a good defense, you're going to get tired. It becomes a game of attrition. I was just mad we could get Jefferson in last year and go like hell for Parsons this year. Hindsight's 2020 with Jefferson. I think Jefferson is one of those that like everybody acts like they knew he was going to be the greatest. And I'm not saying you're one of them, but like a lot of people act like, oh, we knew he was going to be amazing. I mean, he dropped all the way to damn near the end of the round. So, I mean, nobody really saw him as amazing as he is right now. So, I mean, I'm mad that we took Jalen Reagor over him, but I think it's also a little bit of a combination of I know what he is now. So, like, I don't know if I was this mad earlier, if I'm being honest. Cowboys fans, since we bringing up games, how that Broncos game work out. The only problem with just running is Jalen isn't getting in experience. He needs to become a better thrower. I agree and disagree. I mean, it's not that he's not throwing the ball, so he's just not getting as many reps. But, you know, empty reps don't equate to, just because you're throwing the ball doesn't mean you're learning. You know, if you continuously just throw him into the same position, if you run the same play 4 times and he messes it up 4 times, what did he learn? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you have to let him go out there, run a couple plays, do something, do different. And then when he comes back to the field or back to the sideline, you can then talk to him, work out the kinks. Next week, you work out the kinks, and that's how you get better, right? You know, it doesn't have to be like go out there, throw the ball 50 times and figure it out. Like, you know, so, and we knew that in the beginning of the year. 3 turnovers is how we lost 4, I believe it was. If the Giants can turn y'all over, we can turn y'all over, because guess who leads the league in turn? I'm not saying y'all can't, but that would be us beating ourselves. That would be Jalen Hurts trying to do too much. When Jalen Hurts doesn't want to, you know, when Jalen Hurts doesn't throw it into double coverage, when he's not, you know, trying to make these Superman throws, which he was doing in the Giants game, and a lot of times in the beginning of this in the beginning of this Giants game, we're a good team as long as we don't beat ourselves. I think that we have a very good shot at beating a lot of teams. Parsons or John Taylor for MVP? I don't know. I'm going to say Jonathan Taylor. It sucks. Both of them, I don't want to get it, but it is what it is. I mean, the past first play calling has killed our offense in the beginning of the games. We need to embrace the run like the Colts. Exactly. Just run that ball down their throat until they can stop you, man. Like, make them bring up 8 or 9 into the pocket, you know what I mean, into the box. Like, make them sell out. Make them absolutely sell out, and then they still have to stop you. Because realistically, the Giants in the second half were selling out again to try and stop our run game, and they still couldn't stop us. So, look, this offensive line is real. This offensive line is very, very real. So I'm look, just bury the hatch, go all in on this run game, and that will lead you into the playoffs. That, I feel, alone will lead you into the playoffs. If you can just identify yourself as a run team, a run-first team, and just put all your, eggs in that basket, so to speak, I don't see a lot of people believing us. What's going on, Sergeant Hollow Point? Castro, that's funny. What Hurts looked like the first half last week? You think we only scoring 3? We led the league in the scoring points, but that's what I'm saying. Wrong. That's what I'm saying. If we beat ourselves, then yes, that's the only way. Y'all not beating, like, Jalen Hurts making these mental mistakes aren't teams beating us. That's just us beating ourselves. If you look at the 49ers game, go all the way back then, that's us beating ourselves. Even against you guys, I feel like we beat ourselves. It was a lot of turnovers. There was a lot of dumb play calling. You only ran the ball 3 times. It was just a total mishmash. It just made no sense throughout that game. So, I mean, I really do feel like if you get out of who you are, then you're beating yourself. You're basically beating yourself. That's my opinion. Don't matter how you start, it's how you finish. No, it matters how you start. It definitely matters how you start, especially once you start getting into these playoff games, man. Like, you start going against better teams, they're not gonna let you come back and start going crazy in the second half. Like, you have to come out there and put your foot on some of these guys' throat. We can put anyone back there, is in my opinion. I agree to a certain extent, to be honest. Love My Eagles says Scott Penske. I agree. But y'all have to beat us. We have better players at every unit on both sides of the ball. Name a better unit y'all have. I don't know. I think we'll beat y'all, though. I mean, stats and numbers don't, paper doesn't play the game. At the end of the day, the players do. I think we're hot right now. I think that we have a running game that's far better than y'all's right now. And I think I think our offensive line is far better than y'all right now. I think that's what will, keep us. That's what will propel us in this playoff push. I really do feel that. Parsons deserves Defensive Rookie of the Year, and I agree, to be honest. He definitely does. Parsons has been disgusting. Parsons is going crazy. I mean, numbers don't lie to a certain extent. I know I just said numbers don't play the game, because they don't. But, he's had a very, very productive year, so he definitely deserves it. I hate that team, and I hate that I have to admit that he's good, but he has earned it, man. It is what it is. But either way, man, I am about to get out of here, man. Be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe for me. You know what I'm saying? We are so close to 3K. If you got friends that like, the Philadelphia Eagles, or just hate the Philadelphia Eagles and want to talk junk on our lives, this is the spot. This is the spot. You know what I'm saying? So share the link. Share some love. Let's bring some new people to the new year. Let's try and hit 3K by the new year. That would be pretty dope. But other than that, man, y'all know what it is. This Fly Eagles Fly, and we are out here. Hold on. Tony Pollard better than y'all running backs. Y'all running game has a secret y'all don't want to talk about, but I know it. This is Rome. I was just talking good stuff about you. I was saying good things about you, and then this is what you say. It's Fly Eagles Flying. We are out here. Peace!
Everywhere. This is for
Yeah.
you.
Fly Eagles flying, you on the team, touchdown, touchdown. Time to get Jalen this ring. You don't really want to start a thing. This a bird gang nation, baby. It's a Philly thing. Hater, and you looking like you type trash. I'm just here calling on Philly the podcast. And we can call a man dog or watch Miles score off the handoff. Rest of the division, your man soft. Jackson like Sean, hunting like Randall. Season hit, early time to do him in. Your boy Philly Fresco. Thanks for tuning in.